How's it going? You good?
That's all right. Just getting stuff together. Um, so-
Okay.
okay.
I don't
So
see it
Bruce is
live.
going to be a little bit late, so
Yeah, that's
we're not
fine.
going to be doing Codehouse first.
That's fine. You decide what you want there.
I need to make sure we've got the right people for the others, though. Which I don't.
cheesy nachos. Agent hidden. Infinite Cyclists. Angry Stationaries. Hold the boys.
We're live.
All right, welcome. You are watching the FSL, the Fun Star League. So right now, we are going to be having two teams have their players take each other on. It is going to be my team of the Infinite Cyclists versus Rage's Raiders. And okay, there we are. Now we're getting on screen. If you get War Bunnies on there too, my co-caster, I am Hyper Turtle. I do the commissioning, but I'm also captain of the Infinite Cyclists that we'll be playing today. So what we do here is we're going to be having similarly skilled members of each team take each other on for points. We got Code A, Code B, Code S, and we've got a 2v2 division as well. And just to get everyone caught up, so yeah, these two teams were a little bit behind some of the others. My team is at 2 wins, 3 losses. But Rage's Raiders, they've actually been doing some catching up lately. They're at 2-4, but they're on a bit of a roll.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see that record.
We can see it. We can see it. So
You just need War Bunnies on the camera, and they'll add them on too.
yeah, War Bunny is Angry Space Heroes. You guys are doing pretty well for yourselves.
Yeah, we have a pretty good team. We ended up lucky with our team shows up quite a bit, and they're the top. A lot of them are the top of their class, so it helps out a lot.
I guess my mic doesn't sound very well. Let me try moving it closer. Is that any better?
That does sound better.
Does it sound more like I'm a human being? Okay, awesome. All right, and just to let you know, we've had a couple of matches that have been postponed. We're going to be casting replays between the Angry Space Heroes and Nachos Cheesers very soon. We're just getting everything together there. But at the moment, we're going to be starting with Code A, so that's our middle range players. War Bunnies might be too echoey, is the other thing we've heard now. But we're going to be starting with possibly maybe versus Wind Shadow.
Yeah, are the maps updated? I guess they are updated. Great.
Yep.
I don't have War Bunnies on camera just yet, but I think we're good to go to add the players. Who do we start with again?
All right, we are starting with Wind Shadow versus possibly maybe Hello.
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 And I know both of you will be coming back for 2v2 as well. How you doing?
Doing okay. I think we're gonna have a PVZ day today.
Oh, I mean, that's a good possibility, and I have no problem with that. Okay, sounds pretty good. We're going to be doing ley lines. You got any thoughts going into this? War Bunnies, do you have any questions?
I do.
Yeah.
So you guys, Wind Shadow and possibly, are you playing your main race? Are
Yes.
you? Okay. So do you guys have Wind Shadow? You're kind of a little bit of an underdog here. Do you have any? Have you been practicing or got any builds?
Been practicing a little bit. So my best matchup is PVZ. It's the one that I play the most consistently. I don't play on the ladder a whole bunch. I'll probably get back into it next season, but
So your gold border might be deceptive then.
Whispers of Gold is what I like to call it.
You know, we were just doing that dwarf poem yesterday. We must away ere break of day to seek our long-forgotten gold, yes. And I know I messed that up, too.
My son was doing the one from the Lord of the Rings, the Council of Elrond, but it's the
There's
same
a bunch
thing.
of them, yeah. All right, good stuff. All right, well, I think we are ready to go. Good luck and have fun.
Yeah.
Put you into your separate lobbies right now.
Good luck.
All right,
Paper
so
Trickle,
yeah,
there's someone in the chat who wants to know
yeah, I
how
know.
to join.
I'm getting there. Believe me, I am. So, Jern 30. So the deal is, the captains recruit players, and we match the similarly skilled people against each other. So, kind of the lower level, the mid level, and the high level, and then for 2v2 matches, we just kind of throw it all out the window. If you want to join, go on Discord and send a message to hyper_turtle. We
You
actually
are
have quite a bit
watching
of the season left.
FSL.
All right.
Yoki.
In the lower left, we have our light blue Zerg. He is.
Possibly, maybe.
And he is playing for the team of
Infinite
his opponent.
Cyclists.
In the upper left, decked all in green, we have the Protoss player of Wind Shadow.
Wind Shadow.
And he is here today to represent
Rages Raider.
Yeah, we're hearing like the stream volume overall maybe could be touched up a little bit, just a little bit louder. All right.
So, possibly maybe is probably one of the best, if not the best, Code A players. He'll probably have to be moved up into Code A. He'll have to be moved to Code S at the end of the year. So I'm kind of...
Yes, these guys are like
they know each
gold,
other.
Gold to diamond, basically. But,
lowest diamond.
Gold. Yeah, the lowest diamond.
Yeah, possibly maybe might be able to sneak into mid diamond, and that's where it starts getting into more Code S level. Wind Shadow seemed pretty confident, and I'm very excited about that because, like, if you just looked at their borders, it's 1,000 MMR difference, and possibly maybe is better than his MMR indicates. But I think these two know each other, and so I'm very excited to see how, like I said,
yeah, these are both people who joined the league for this season, so
right.
there's a lot they still have left to show, and a lot of these players are working overtime, practicing up with their teammates. So
Yeah,
you
I
never
think
really know what to expect.
I'm not 100%, but I think they're both part of another tournament group as well.
Yeah, I
So,
believe so. Let me just take a quick peek at that.
but this is a standard forlings popping out, a
Oh yeah.
hatchcast pool, gonna go
Mm-hmm.
poke about. They're wall
Natural
inspectors.
wall.
I'm a wall
Yes, indeed.
inspector. I'm here to inspect your wall.
And we're going straight to
Three.
3 gate right now.
I was gonna say 3 gate, no tech. I'm very curious on what type of build this is gonna be.
Yes, indeed. What that
We're
first tech
wall
building will be.
inspectors.
Yep. And
Oh,
we have
that
a
wall
stalker
is
answering the
correct.
door. Yeah, I'm. There's actually some inspectors who are going to be coming over to my house soon. We've got new windows and doors, and I know the whole joke is Protoss don't have doors, but I play random, so yeah, I've got some brand new screen doors outside.
I should probably get some new windows myself. Ooh, this is an aggressive
Oh.
3 gate
3 gate robo.
robo. Yeah, but it's going to be scouted by really the one of the things you can tell when you start moving up is how good your scouting is, and the possibly maybe his first overlord was pushed away. Second overlord gets the full scout, sees it's a robo, sees the front door, sees the 3 gates, and so that little bit of knowledge just changes how you play so much.
There's areas you want to scout, but also you start getting into times, specific times
Yeah.
you want to double check things.
Yep.
And you learn what to make of what you see, especially the number of gases.
Is this Roachy Boy's encounter? Yeah, double. You put down the 2 gases, three extra gases, and Roach Horn right away. This is Roachy Boy's to counter whatever this shenanigan is. Pylon. It's very defensive for 3 gate robo. 2 shield batteries.
Yeah.
And no Twilight.
Right, both of them showing a lot of respect to each other and just getting the troops out for the moment. But yeah, look at those 2 shield batteries that are almost completed right now.
Yeah. Overlord goes down, and that really super supply box, possibly maybe.
Right. He's already moving across right now, so
Yeah. I wonder
like
what
to
read.
see-
I wonder what read Wind Shadow had on this. That this is aggressive 45 worker move out. What read he had that he thought, hey, this is going to be the game plan, and also.
despite the roach tech, he's not.
I was
really
going to say,
showing
yeah,
any
there's all
over.
this gas being mined and all of this roach tech, and this is just a boatload of lings. There's 4
Right.
roaches on the way, but like, I'm very kind of curious on what read this was. How did possibly know that this was going to be something that he might have seen before, or I mean, Wind Shadow. And the roaches are pumping out.
And we
right
are
now.
getting some Ravagers out there, so if he does want to break the wall, that's going to be a necessity there.
Yeah, but there's Immortals pumping for. Where are the wall inspectors? No, get out of here.
Now, one thing I gotta say, we are not seeing any chance of Protoss getting out and getting a 3rd down. So
No.
these Zerglians, they're not really doing much directly, but what they are doing is containing.
Yes.
Alright, let's see where those biles land. Right in the middle of that opening.
Yeah, just a little damage.
Yeah, here and there. And a force field was one of the casualties.
Yeah, the Protoss army could just move out and kill this.
Yeah. Possibly
You don't even have to
maybe
be
has
by
a
the shield
pretty-
batteries. There's just enough.
There's a supply lead in workers and an army right now.
Yeah.
That's a tricky part. I mean, getting through that opening without getting biled.
No,
at the end.
there's Immortals here. These could just walk across the map and start bopping. The thing that I don't like is that there's a Twilight and nothing being researched. Just
and
that,
no Templar archives going down either. So
yeah, but just 100 for charge. Just Zealots are just good to have charge, even if you're not gonna do. Even if you're doing that. A blink, obviously, with the...
Here's what we're getting, though. We are going Colossus attack. 2 Colossus on the way simultaneously, along with range. And the Stalkers and Immortals are being driven back for the moment.
Yeah, but they're trading so well on this.
Right. Kiting along, taking advantage of the high ground.
Yeah. And yeah, a bunch of slow lots being warped in, but you
interesting thing, Wind Shadow still not taking a third. We're going with Lurker attack on the Zerg side.
Yeah. There's charge.
Yeah, I was wondering because he had a handful of Zealots out already.
Yeah, yes, but he is also going to have to hit pretty quickly here. The Zerg's got his 4th, and Lurker Tech is done. I don't see any Lurkers on the field, but they're morphing. 3 Lurkers morphing.
And yeah, it is a read action after 5 minutes, but now here it is. I don't know. He's got a pretty good ranged army going right now. Charge still has a ways to go, though.
Does he?
The army is taking different routes right now.
Yeah, but his main's mining out. He has double forge, but
in the end, a lot of structures that he's not really making use of. And here go the Lurkers. They are burrowing down.
And actually, that wall. Oddly enough, this is a really good spot for his army to be to take this fight. I don't think he has detection. Does he have detection? I don't see the override. I know he made some observers. I don't know where they're at. They're not here, obviously.
No, it is on the side of the map right now.
Oh. Yeah, you got to recall that, my dude. Grab it. F2. Nothing wrong with F2 when you're missing one of the most important things. You got to grab it. Oh, he's sending it.
He's going for
decision. There's the observer coming out.
Yeah, I don't know about Zealous versus Lurker though. I mean, he takes down one of them.
I mean, it's Hydras versus.
Really having an answer.
Yeah, but it's Hydras versus Colossus on the other side, and it's an Immortal with a Roach or 2 trickling out into the Immortal meat grinder.
And Wind Shadow did get the cleanup. It's all on the Zerg side of the map right now.
I mean, there's going to be a lot of roaches popping out here. Oh, you got to stop focus firing the... Yeah, okay. You probably wanted to leave that.
Yeah. A lot of focus going down on the Colossus, and again, Wind Shadow being pushed back, and his supply is not in good shape right now. Big, big drone transfer, and all those drones saying thank you, because Colossus is just moving along. Both
there's Zealots. There's Zealots going to town on, and yeah, so it's basically 1 base mining versus 1 base mining at this point, with the mains mostly mined out. And those, he needs to get some drones, probes transferred off his main to his 3rd, which is up. Right. He needs to rebuild his cybernetics core and then start.
The cybernetics core is just about to complete.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, grab 8 of these workers, send them to the 3rd, and this is back to even. Even though the supplies look garbagey, it's hard.
Here's the thing. Possibly, maybe, now has a couple tech choices you can go. You can either go with Ultralisk or move on to Air. I think the Air is particularly just meant to counter the Colossus, but even so. Either Corruptor or Ultralisk.
Oh, there he goes.
Pretty well against Colossus. Yeah, there we go.
Well, it's not Colossus. The Colossus are deceptive. It's 1 or 2 Colossus. It's mostly well, now it's going to be 3, but there's a bunch of Immortals here, and those really do chew through the thing that you just said.
Yep.
So, and even in 5 Colossus actually Shrek roaches. So, he doesn't see it coming, which is the thing the Zerg.
Yeah, that is 37 roaches with 4 Hydralisks just kind of mixed in. What's the attack? I mean, you got numbers versus tech right now. Those roaches seem to be doing all right for themselves, and they are catching up to Colossus right now. This could be the end of the game right here.
This is. There was just not enough of the meat shield.
hung
But
up on
I
the
will
ramp
say
a little
Wind Shadow
bit.
made quite the game out of this. And like I said, on paper, the amount of underdog... He's going to hold.
Yeah, Irting made a very good observation there. Some of those units ended up A-clicking on the unbuildable plate there. But still, I mean, we are looking at well over double supply for the Zerg player. Some of that is
Yep.
stuck in Corruptors, which, you know, I mean, they can't shoot down, but boy, they could certainly throw up on something.
Yep.
And here comes the cavalry.
Yeah.
I think possibly maybe is content to just keep the roaches coming and coming.
Yeah, this is... Oh, don't kill those, my friend. No, you got to be shooting at things that shoot back. Because he can't afford to lose this base. It's going to be 7 base versus 2.
No blink either.
There we
so,
go. GG.
Yeah, we have the GG.
But I will say Wind Shadow really held his own, being, you know, as much of an underdog as he was in that game.
He kept things interesting. In the end, he got himself contained for a very, very long time. And that is 1 point toward the Infinite Cyclists. My team.
Boo. I mean...
Watch your mouth, pal. Alright.
Wind Shadow at the 7-minute mark had the larger army. So when they took that first engagement, it's just a little bit of control that possibly maybe has a little bit better of.
The Observer. That was the big difference maker. The Observer that wasn't back to space.
Yeah,
By the time he cleaned up those...
Yeah, sometimes F2ing is the correct answer. I know people poo-poo it, but...
And yes, we are living in the modern times where observers reveal themselves if they are un-F2able.
Yes. Which is dumb.
We will see. I don't know. I can see some value in it. It's just one of those things about who asked for this. We get that a lot. Alright, I'm going to see if everyone is ready. And by the way, another thing we've been watching closely is the whole... I don't know if you'd even call it an announcement, but them kind of throwing in the information that there's going to be some sort of classic games thing in 1 year at BlizzCon that's going to have community captains choosing players to play StarCraft 2, StarCraft Remastered, Warcraft 3 Reforged, and Heroes of the Storm.
All the same players play all the games, or is it going to be
really,
like...
They really haven't given a lot of information. I would really doubt it. I'm pretty sure you're going to have captains choosing the people for each of those games.
Okay.
And then trying to get points, kind of like we do. I would love to do something like that. I've wanted to do something like that for like the RTS games.
Just talk about the game.
All right, I will talk about the game. In the lower right, we have our light blue Zerg. Up 1 point he is.
Possibly, maybe.
And he represents my team. They're called
Infinite Cyclists.
his opponent, the Protoss in the green. We call him
Wind Shadow.
And he is playing in the name of
Rages Raiders.
very different sort of map right now. A lot less standard. There are gold bases. There are bases you can mine your way to. Yeah, there's even that rarely acknowledged healing shrine, and you got these Zerg rocks that, unless a creep colony reaches them, they eventually fade and they expire.
Is there a hole between the Zerg rocks here? I thought you could get a single unit through them.
I don't think so, but I could be wrong. I might not have tried that, but I do not see one. I think you either have to destroy them or just wait for them to live their lives. And end their lives, yeah. Yeah, I actually did have a match recently where I got a tumor to there, and I'm, like, huh, cool. Just something I can say I did. Alright, well, we got the initial scout and moving along. and also both players on the same side of the map, kind of expanding directly towards each other or just kind of along the bottom and top. So there's a lot of different avenues of attack here. I'm very curious how they're going to be taking advantage of that.
I'd like to see Wind Shadow hit a cleaner 2-base timing. I think he had everything wrapped up ready to go for it, but he didn't execute it. I think that's probably his best key to success here.
If he'd hit before the lurkers were right at his natural, yeah.
Even if he had the observer, if he had the observer with it, his army wipes those lurkers, and then he could go.
Should we do one of those classic states? You know, there's another universe where.
No.
No. Okay, never mind. Scratch that.
Same build though. This seems to be his build.
Indeed. Yeah, he likes to have those gateways available straight off the bat, even before any tuck. And we're going with roaches again.
Yep. It looks like possibly maybe is like if it ain't broke, don't fix it, and Wind Shadow is I'm gonna do it harder. It should have worked, and I think both players have are not incorrect on that. Wind Shadow definitely could have made it work, and if it's not broke, don't fix it.
There's a bunch of things you can do if there's a whole lot of Zerglings outside your natural. One of my favorite being just get a couple of Oracles out there. But even just having enough, let's say, Adepts, you can power out of that, especially if you make use of the buildings you can fall back into. And here we go. And that's a lot of tech. I mean, we had a Twilight Council and a Robo coming out at the same time from Wind Shadow, and now going, with even more gateways.
Yeah, that's
possibly
what I'm saying.
Maybe I think he's ready to try to do a little bit more straight up damage to begin with. The Roaches joining in with the Zerglings right now, and there's not a lot of units out. I mean, we are at 26 army supply to 4, so it is time for those gateways to start pumping. If he destroys both those pylons.
Yeah, I think that ended the game.
Yeah, Warpgate did complete, but he might be using his Cybernetics Core again.
It doesn't matter. He doesn't have any production. He's got an Immortal and
he's got a couple of gateways that just completed, but again, in the words of Bill Murray, it just doesn't matter. Alright. So
I mean, so here's the thing: is if there's a universe where he holds, he's not behind that much workers.
Here, okay? Oh man, kind with that Immortal.
I think he's supply blocked. That's the issue.
One of the big things, we're not seeing possibly maybe follow up on this. He's content to just let those roaches that he already had just go and do more damage as he...
It is... What? Wait, what? Okay, when people are knocking on my door, the Warp Prism is not the unit that I normally go for.
You could use it to power those 2 warp gates. I think that's much. Never mind. 1 warp gate.
He could use it to power half a warp gate. No, you got to keep fighting, my friend. Yeah, your mortals off, your barriers off of cooldown. You got to go. Oh no, you got to keep no.
Yeah, I don't know. This just isn't the best crisis management we're seeing here. I think what he has in mind is just to drop his opponent's base, but he doesn't have a lot of units to do that with.
I mean, a second immortal would be the ticket right here, and you have charge
again. Possibly, maybe has been at at least 3 times the army supply ever since he first moved out. So I just feel like yes, he gets more and more of this swarm together.
Okay, I mean, can 4 zealots win the game?
On 1 base minerals. Hey.
That is the question.
I don't know if you've ever watched. You
needed a force field on that ramp, my dude, or a wall. I'm the wall inspector. Nope, you gotta fight. You gotta fire.
These guys are everything inspectors. All right, Immortal goes down. How are we doing? The
zealots are
not moved out yet.
I mean,
overall,
they'll do something.
Yeah, I mean, they are 20, 30 workers down. We are at 84 supply to 27.
Yeah, and we have 7 workers to 60. So we did lose 11. We killed 11 workers at the cost of 31. So that's probably not the play.
I mean, he definitely isn't laying down and letting himself die, but I think
He's mining gas right now, but he doesn't have the minerals to build anything.
Nor does he have a Twilight Council. He has a Twilight Council. He does not have a Templar Archives.
He has 2 of his workers. I think he's just screwing around, seeing how much work he can get done on the other side, just having
I think
fun.
this is the equivalent of Terran floating their buildings away, honestly. You know, so BlizzCon, that classic cup. You think that's pretty much a confirmation that StarCraft 3 is going to be announced any time now?
I can't imagine what else it means.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, there the Zealots died. Now it's
GG. Alright, 2 points.
The villains.
Hey. Just because I'm evil doesn't mean I'm
Infinite Cyclists.
Yeah.
Alright, that wraps up our Code A match. You guys know each other fairly well. Feels like... that first game... Oh boy, if that observer had been at home, I think it would have gone very differently.
Yeah, maybe.
Possibly, maybe. Yeah.
Possibly, maybe.
No, you were ahead in army supply when that first fight happened, and you were 5 immortals, and yeah, if you could see him, you just wipe that, and then probably go across and win. The second one, he didn't want to let you get to that tech, so he hit before Warp Gate finished.
I will say though, you didn't give up.
No.
No, and I thought, pretty good for being on one base, and I tried to hit back, but
No,
Yeah, you did. You did something. You got some kills. You got some fatalities on the board, man.
Yeah. And especially, like I said, on paper, it's 1,000 MMR difference. You really were in each game very 1 or 2 little things, and you could have had him. Possibly very clean on the second game. The first game, I actually kind of lucky. His if he Wind Shadow F2'd, that is a thing that he's allowed to do. His observer comes back and cleans up that attack before a cyber goes down, and it's a way different game.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
So,
I was when I saw the army, I'm like, oh, I'm probably in a bit of trouble here. When I seen all the Colossus, I mean, I knew they were coming, but I just wasn't prepared for them. And I thought I threw down a Spire, and I did not throw down a Spire.
yeah, it wasn't even just the Colossus. He had like 4 or 5 Immortals underneath it.
Yeah.
Those pack quite a punch too. But yeah, there's nothing to shoot, nothing to see it. So
Yeah.
yeah. And the second game, very clean roach timing, and that's why I hate playing ZVP, because
There
you
were
get to
only
you get to a
couple
spot.
Protoss units out.
Yeah, you get to a spot where it's like, well, I have 2 stalkers and they have 14 roaches, and yeah, that happens to me a lot too. So
Yeah.
We're
roaches
going
are
to
the
be
bane of
following
my
up
existence.
Godas now. Go ahead.
Roaches are the bane of my existence. I really don't like them, and I unbound F2, so
I understand. A lot of people do. I'm an F2er, so people are like, you should undo it. But then
yeah.
all the times I see people lose because they F2'd. They didn't F2.
Yeah.
So definitely has its place.
Alrighty. All right. Well, we're going to be moving on to Code
Good games.
8.
Games,
Infinite
buddy.
Cyclists, 2 points up. We will see if we hold on.
Who's next?
Next is going to be Code S. We're going to be doing Horus against Nucleo.
Ooh.
All right. We are ready for some Code S. Got Nucleo here, and we have Horus. Nucleo, are you in game right now? I want to add you to party.
Oh, I am not. So let me fire that up. I had to restart my computer for the camera.
Well, you are on camera, and you look fantastic.
Why, thank you.
So, just a quick question while Nucleo gets ready. Horus, have you been playing?
Always.
Always?
Every day.
So, Nucleo, you have anything prepared? Because Harus is one of the best, if not the best, players in this league. Got anything special for him?
Well, I can neither confirm nor deny that statement. I'm just going to play my best games, see how it goes, you know?
That is a perfectly acceptable answer on that.
One question, though. Am I playing Harus's Protoss or his Terran?
Both.
Okay, wow.
Okay.
And
Variety.
Terran and Protoss, yeah.
One of each.
Yep.
All right.
Well,
let me get everyone to lobby.
let's all go to the lobby.
Let's all go to the
lobby.
Have ourselves a match.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to this one. These are our highest level players, and we're going at it full force now. Good luck. Have fun.
Is this the right map? This is from the old
Oh,
map.
sorry. This is not the right map. Here. I was
No,
trying
I
to get
don't
everyone
have to
in
figure
there,
out how to
so,
leave a match.
Just click quit.
It won't let me. There it goes.
Dude, I just can't quit you. All right.
Yeah. Let's try again.
All right. And KJ, if you could leave too, we're gonna recreate. It's in Corporeal. That's what's up next.
Yay!
And KJ, yep. All right. That should be really interesting. Bruce, well, like you said, scary guy.
Harus is really good.
He might be playing with a little bit of lag. He's way out in Algeria, but yeah, it's never bothered him before, really.
No, he's very. I've had him on my team in the past. He's very skilled.
You got his brother on your team, right?
I do have Lightwood on my team. And yeah, Harus, if I'm not mistaken, Harus played for a Code S championship too?
Yeah, he was in the finals. He ended up, Dark Menace ended up taking it.
Yeah, if I remember, that was my season with him. Yep.
They made a match. Alright, in the upper left, we have our blue Protoss and he. And he is playing for the team of
Infinite Cyclists.
his opponent, the Zerg in the red. He is
Nucleo.
And he is playing for
Rages Raiders.
Alright, Rickety Pump wants to know if KJ can just say something on the mic to prove that you're actually involved with this, and that I'm not just talking to an imaginary friend.
What? I don't even
There you
know
go!
Whose voice is who, though?
He says say something, so I know this isn't a simulation. Now, Matheson's a bot, we'll admit that.
So am I. But...
You're a bunny.
Yeah, so this is a very aggressive play for our friend, our Zerg hero, that we're all rooting for.
Spawning pool before hatchery?
Yep. Gas. He took the gas, but he didn't send anybody into it.
Right.
Which I don't believe is correct in any...
And he didn't cancel it either, that's what we do.
Yeah. So,
some streamers have text-to-speech donations. Is that a riddle? I don't know. I keep trying to do more streaming on my own channel, Hyper Turtle FD for those interested, but yeah, my schedule just never seems to allow it. Alright.
What happened to Counterfeit Penny?
Action. Eventually I decided that I wanted to really spread the Hyper Turtle brand. I do still have a YouTube channel called Counterfeit Penny. I don't know. That might be where I put my non-StarCraft videos if I ever get around to making them. Working full-time with parents.
Just a quick question. I always scroll around. Oh, okay, yeah, there. Looked like
we are going roaches.
Our camera was
roaches.
Plugged for a minute. How come the Zerglings turned back and didn't go wall inspecting? The Zerglings were across the map. They
I
could have.
mean, the Overlord's
wall
wall
inspected.
inspected, right? Okay, you mean actually snuck through. That could have been an opportunity there.
It's not a wall.
You're right, it's not.
They were wall inspectors, and they inspected and decided that this wasn't where they were going to be.
No, he might have already invested too much in roaches, but we do have a Stargate that's very close to completing. And still not completed in the wall. That probe is... This is interesting. Maybe he might... Is he even trying to bait his opponent in?
No, that's what I was saying. Like, he could have just Zergs in your base. I don't know if you're aware, but I play with this guy Greepire, and he just Ling o'clocks you if you don't have the wall correct, and it always works.
There we go.
Matter of fact, it worked against Sarah.
Well, there's very little worse at the beginning of the game than if all your production gets depowered straight there.
No. Okay. They spread out his fire a little bit there. But this is not a wall. And the roaches are waddling across the map. And there's going to be an Oracle, and that will be great. In a third base. No wall. No, just in you go.
Yeah, there we go. They are hungry for pylon.
No, the Oracle will defend it.
Energy overcharge straight.
You gotta run around. No. No, you gotta run around.
This is
run
not
around.
how I was expecting this match to start. But boy, this could be a little bit tricky for Bruce here.
Nucleo's only on 20 workers, though. This has got to work. You got to get in and you got to punch. You got to go kill.
And very little to shoot.
Oracles don't shoot and move. Oracles don't shoot and move. Run, run, run.
All right, they're running low on energy now, and yeah, that Stargate is the only powered production structure right now. He has a full wall at the moment.
Yes.
11 workers die, but
it's not enough.
Yeah, Horus is 11 workers ahead regardless.
Right. And the thing about... So this is just as a person who plays Oracles. The Zerg really could have... See, right here, they're going to kill all the Oracles will just burr them down. But if the Zerglings are running around, you can waste all of the energy for the Oracles, and they won't hit anything.
Or it'll just kind of, hit a little bit. Alright, we have the Void Ray focus. Well, don't see a lot of focus fire, but yeah, we have the GG. Horus has risen up and taken it. That was, I don't know, that was a much less standard match than I expected from two Codex players.
No, Nucleo had a really good idea there, and I really support it. And like I said, I think that just the running around to not let the Oracles get their value would have changed that game completely.
Or hitting with the Zerglings while that wall was still,
down, just harassing enough to make the Oracle turn on its beam early. Just wasting time because Nucleo had a really good plan. I was hopeful.
Yeah.
Not that I'm rooting against
your team, but I get it.
Rage's Raiders are the heroes of this story. Let's be honest. There's no one outside of the Infinite Cyclists, and maybe their families, are rooting for the Infinite Cyclists. So
Poor Buddies here lives across the alley from me, and yes, I have been known to steal his Wi-Fi. So.
It's the trash can that you really get me on.
And the recycling. I think I used your recycling more than I used the trash, but hey. Alright. We are ready. But, it's worth it, because I
am coping. I want the Zerg to win.
By the way, the winning team was the first to 5 wins, so we'll still play the rest of the matches just for statistics, but if we manage to get this 4-0...
Have to restart.
Oh. And yeah, Bunnies, I'd like to try to get up early and scrap tomorrow.
Well, none of the places are open for scrap tomorrow.
No, I mean, get everything together, cut stuff, bag it up. I can take things from my van.
No, you can't anymore.
Oh, I can't? Okay.
You need a plumbing license.
Cool. All right. Well, we'll worry about
Well, we
that
can-
later.
I-
But
we
first
can-
of all,
yeah,
let's
if
get it all together.
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause that's
Because-
the big. It's not the delivering that's bugging you.
And I know. It's the cutting.
Yeah. Cut in air.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we're actually. Yeah, the stream's up again.
Woo!
All right. What do we just have to quit out of StarCraft?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know these things. I'm a plumber, man.
SCV Sir also says the audio volume is down pretty low. So
That's
yeah, we're
just
getting to it. We're just
bantering
waiting
back
for
and
the
forth.
yeah, we're waiting for the created match to time out. So this is where the real excitement is, people.
Do we just tell them
Anyway,
quit?
back to
and-
the yeah. You should see it in Heroes of the Storm when someone's teammate doesn't go in. Actually, StarCraft 2 team matches too. When you just know, okay, one of their team members is already dropped.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, we are ready to recreate the match.
How does Heroes of the Storm?
They will replace a dropped player with a bot, which inevitably will just feed the opponent experience.
Oh.
It's awful. Anyway, yeah, the StarCraft 3 confirmed thing is just a running joke for me, because every single time StarCraft even gets mentioned by Blizzard, everyone gets maybe a little overexcited. There probably are some announcements coming up at the upcoming BlizzCon. It's, there's a lot of possibilities. Probably nothing World of Warcraft related, because they've already confirmed what the expansions will be. The current one that's about to release and the third one in that little trilogy.
You know, I wouldn't. I don't even think StarCraft needs a StarCraft 3. If they just
No,
made
and I
an
don't think so.
expansion. Well, no, if they made an expansion.
That would be interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
just
one of the things they've got going over in Age of Empires is like the like Age of Empires 4 Premium or whatever.
Yeah.
Where they do a bunch of touch-ups to it, maybe a little bit of new content, nothing that reinvents the wheel. So, and I mean that's also a Microsoft-owned thing, so who knows? But yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
I'm-
Like, if they just a new campaign, a couple new units, you wouldn't have to like put $1 billion into it.
You are
Back to
watching
War Chest.
FSL.
All right. In the upper left, the blue player, as promised, doing Terran this time. It is.
Haruth.
And he is representing the team.
Infinite Cyclists.
His opponent, the Zerg in the red. He is.
Nuclear.
And his team is called.
Rages. Raiders.
Yeah, to start with, I'd like some very little things, like if they just corrected the pricing on the War Chest skin bundles, and brought back the occasional thing where in co-op you got like double XP during the Christmas season, and in StarCraft 1 brought back like the seasonal rank-based portraits. You know, just replay the previous ones. Nice, simple stuff. And yeah, they say the volume is still really low. Yes, Harus is from Algeria.
Yeah.
Anyway,
we
I
have quite a bit of international players. We have Algeria,
Oh, yeah.
France.
we've got South Africa, Poland.
We have South Africa. Who's South Africa?
Oh yes. Let me double check. I'm trying to remember now.
I know we have a Finn.
Yeah, Adastra is from South Africa. Yep. Sapoli from Finland. Got France, Estonia. Although I haven't seen much of Shade Healer actually. So, yeah.
We have China via Canada.
Yes, residing in Canada. All right, so
Standard as it gets. Hatch gas
yeah,
pool.
I think so.
Um,
Now, Harus does get a lot of practice as Terran. And yes, France, we've got Antoine Q, and Chatomic, who we're
Chatomic.
trying to get a replay recorded from.
Harus's Reaper is pretty good.
Yeah, well, I mean, his brother lied to it. Yeah, his Reaper's control is crazy, and he's picked up a tip or two.
Yeah, the queens are gonna be. It's gonna be one of these dance arounds till you get the queen. Not quite
Okay.
lighthearted.
Yeah. No kills yet.
Yeah.
All right.
And the
So
queenies
I'm
are out.
assuming we are going to be getting some Hellions out very... Yep, there we go. Reactored Factory is ready to go.
Yep. Command center on the high ground. Overlord got a scouty scout, but not like a real scouty scout. But I think it's enough to get an idea of what he's looking at. Queen just chasing away the Reaper. Oop! Reaper got to run.
Oh,
You forgot
that
to
is
run.
one. That is one powerful queen.
Yep.
And KJ, let's see if we can do anything about the stream volume. We're still getting reports it's slow. Starport. You know, I've been seeing a lot of back and forth on whether people are using, you know, joining the Hellions with Banshees or with Liberators.
I think this is Hellions into Hellions into Hellions.
Hey, that's a lot of hell to deal with, and I am all for that.
There's no Roachhorn, so good.
Yeah, STV Sir really thinks it's the output volume for OBS and that it reset after it crashed. Who knows? I mean, they can at least hear us. Otherwise, they wouldn't be joining our conversation about FSL nationalities. All right. Bunch of Hellions find one drone.
What did it do? Besides being a
It
disgusting bug
mined.
that deserved death. Besides that, what did it do? Oh, not one at a time.
Well, there's the aqueduct. All right. Well, aside from the aqueduct,
It medevacs.
yeah, that's interesting. Does he have
I think these are all the Hellions he's going to build.
right? And no armory, so he is not going to switch him into
The Hellbats.
the Hellbats. And yeah,
I think
apparently
he-
volume according to STV Sir is a lot better now. There we go.
That poor drone.
There we go. The 7 Hellions with 1 drone meta. And they are killing themselves in Zerglings. Queens picking them off as they go. Nucleo's Queens have done pretty well for themselves, even against pretty mobile units. But Karus is going to be transitioning to some infantry here.
And Baneling Nest and double eBay.
Man.
And the time of the Hellion has come to a conclusion. Does he get all? Oh, they're all like one shot away from. We're wall inspectors.
Bunker inspectors, I don't know.
I don't know.
And there they are. I guess they're expansion inspectors. They're seeing if there's a third down.
Yeah. Nucleo has a ton of queens.
Yep.
They're all just
And
kind of hanging
getting-
out in the front, though. I'd like to see some
Getting the double
injects.
upgrades, too.
I'd like to see some more injects.
Yeah, I'm curious what kind of tech we're going to be seeing from the Zerg player. He's got his Baneling tech. I don't think he's morphed any yet.
Nope. +1, it's definitely melee, and so it's +1 melee and Carapace. So I think it's Ling Bane.
Yeah, for now, we are getting the Baneling speed going. And, yeah, going with the upgrades on Harus's side,
8
too.
queens.
Now some Overlord hunting. What I'm loving about Harus this match, he is loving his overkills, whether it's against drones or against Overlords.
Yeah? No.
I mean, it definitely looks like he's preparing a
8
pretty big
queens
drop.
and 6 medevacs. Okay. But
How's
there's
that
only
stack
8
up?
Marines for 6 There's like 1 for 1, and they're behind a bunker. So the number of Marines that can be healed right now for a while is less than the number of medevacs.
That's some good math you got there.
Yeah.
Nucleo, liking the creep spread here, he is keeping the tumors moving.
Well, with he's got half his army as queens.
Yep, got to do something with them, right?
Yeah, you can put down 1,000 creep tumors. He's got extra bases going up, and I think he's correctly identified that this is pushes. Oh, he needs to get some banelings, but he has. Look at Nucleo's vision, just with the Zerglings pressed out. Like, there's nothing that can be done that he doesn't see. It's not even overlords; it's single Zerglings to every single. Like, this is really impressive map vision for the Zerg.
Yeah. Cruz has a command center about halfway done, ready to start floating out, but
look at the army.
The army.
Banelings.
We are going with 31 Marines, 3 siege tanks, and 6 medevacs versus 21 Zerglings, 11 Banelings, 9 queens, and 1 overseer.
Yeah, but that army could just. I mean. The thing is, it's getting to the point where the Zerg is getting. This is kind of like the runaway ideal. You let me get to 80 workers without bothering me.
Well, 70 anyway. Probably more to come, but
5 base, 70 workers, and enough queens to inject bases 4 days. He's getting double. Is this double hatchery? So he's going to be what's that? 8 hatch.
Bruce is moving out, and yeah, as you said, there's like a Zergling or an Overlord sort of along every single path.
Yep, a little run by that should be able to get all the kill everything on the third.
Banelings included.
Can he hold? Oh, he's turning around. That's the wrong move.
Yeah.
These guys aren't going to make it anyway.
Look at all those Zerglings and Banelings just kind of squeezing in between.
Yep, but that just gives the Zerg more time to pump out. Bringing back across the map for what amounts to 6 Banelings is like worth its weight in gold.
Yeah, the fact that he didn't have to spend those Banelings. Oh,
those were good hits.
Crew's still ahead in army count though, by just a little bit.
Yeah, but there's 30 supply, and this is when the Zerg can start printing whatever they want.
Right. I think Harus has basically left Nucleo alone after the end of that Hellion harassment. And the Hydralisk tech kind of moving along here.
Yeah, so this parade push, these... Man.
Anytime he moves out,
yeah.
Nucleo is going to see it, and he is going to be able to do something to counter it, get some harassment damage done.
Oh, he's turning around again. You can't turn around from this position. You have to kill something.
Yeah. There we go. The Zerglings and Banelings catching up on that. I think he's going to lose all of his siege tanks here.
Yeah, he definitely is. Or they might not want the siege tanks.
They haven't gotten a chance to siege. 20 workers down, forced to lift up his orbital. So I think it's now or never for Cruz.
Yeah.
Just, he's not really moving ahead in those Zerglings.
Oh, nope. This is the Zerg's game to lose. He can remax. He's got a lot of larvae. It's going to hatch pretty quick here, and...
Rage's Raiders could very well put a point on the map now.
Yeah. Like, even if he loses this base, just run. Yeah, just send him north.
Tanks leapfrogging, sieging. There we go. Pretty nice splits there, I'll say.
Oh, it was very nice splits, but your economy is in tatters. Half his third base SCVs are just still around.
31 SCVs left. There we go. Nucleo kind of trying to circle around, but it does not pay off.
Yeah.
And yet, look at that at the third, though. Yet again, more Zerglings just kind of hopping in. There is a bunker there.
Yeah, just killing... That actually helped Harus. It let him know that he had 5 workers just kind of around the bunker.
Little idle worker reminder, sir.
Yeah. Oh, these tanks are free.
Yeah.
And, there's still no mining at the natural for Harus. And so this army is basically what he's got.
Right.
And
And we have the
he killed a hatchery, but there's hatcheries for days.
Ultralisk tech being prepared as +3 carapace is being researched.
Does he have adrenaline?
He does have adrenal.
Yeah.
Just hit D, and you will see what upgrades they have. And the Zerglings did break through, so this is becoming more and more now or never. Especially once those Ultralisks come out, but even without them. Yeah, I think this is
I think the word is never. I think everything on the ground is dead. Now
we have GG's plural.
Yeah. The only thing that he doesn't have is anything that shoots up besides the fleet, so that game was really well done.
Get them out. Alright, so we are at 3-1. Alright, good games.
Excellent games.
Yep, first match. That first match was very interesting one. We weren't expecting that wall to stay open that long, Harris. But in the end, you did get the oracles out before everything was able to break through.
I play against this strategy a lot, so I know how to do. The moment I see so he had like late spawning pool, but not that late. So it's actually useless because if you try to delay the nexus, it won't work because the spawning pool is delayed. So I can put my nexus at its normal time. So yeah, it was useless. And then I scouted the roaches. So yeah, I was ready.
So really, just kind of even sort of a trap there, huh?
Yep.
And yeah, we're talking about game 1. Game 2, you got a lot done with the Hellions, but Nucleo, you were able to kind of just build up without any interruption at that point, and the visibility you had on the map was a big thing we noticed there. Every time he moved out, you were more than ready to send some Ling Bane in, as well as do your best to defend.
Yeah, I tried to be as toxic as possible in ZBT. I'm working on being more toxic against Protoss, so like nothing personal, Harus obviously, but yeah, I was working on that cheese. I saw it in a Lambo video. I'm like, maybe I can bust this out. It didn't work out though.
But that is going to be my New Year's resolution. Forget the weight loss. I am going to be more toxic.
Your vision really was like map hacks. You had a Zergling in every base, in every lane, Overlord's view, any place that he could have flown to. That was really impressive. Like, that changes the game when you can see him moving out exactly when. Like, oh, he's leaving, I'm coming in. And yeah, that was really beautifully done, that second game. And then, like I said, Harus's first game, that was really tight. It looked very polished on both of your parts. So, and Nucleo, you put a win on the board for your team and helped us still have hope that Hyper Turtle's team can go down in flames. I'm speaking for the general everybody here.
Common good?
The common good.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend, you know?
Yes, exactly.
The thing is that I actually reached the Diamond 2 with my Terrans like not very long ago. So I was like maybe I can do it with my Terrans.
Oh, you very close. You played very well.
A good start.
Yeah, I think my splits and against Bennings is good, but I don't know how to counter like harassment.
You went home.
We did notice that too, yeah.
Don't go home. You would have when he had those things in, you just have to count your losses, send it, and you could have won. Otherwise, once you turned around, 70 workers to 50, 7 bases to 2.5. That's not going to work. So send it next time. I think you had a better shot.
All right.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing a bit more from your Terran.
Yeah.
Yeah. AJ, very quick note: his Terran is at least the same, if not better, than mine. So.
Yep.
All right.
I can probably do one more set of matches, and then I'm gonna have to leave for the day.
We're gonna do Code B next.
Excellent.
All right. Thank you very much, and we will be moving ahead. Nucleo, we'll be seeing you again in 2v2. So we have Not Slothing Around and Arduous Gem here. These are lower level players,
Get
not
it.
slothing around. You'll be off racing.
Yeah.
Just see here. We are going to be starting up on Pylon. How the two of you doing, and how is your off race?
I'm doing good, and I started playing, like, I practiced a few games yesterday with my team, so I think I'm ready, you know. Oop.
Jeff, are you in the party? It's like telling me two different things here.
Yes.
Arduous Gem
Okay.
left the party.
Yep. No,
Okay.
I'm in the voice, but I'm looking for the video link.
Yeah, it's in our pinned items at the top, but I'll post it in the chat again.
I see it now. Thank you.
Okay.
This Not Slothing Around has a vertical vision now. Kind of liked horizontal Not Slothing Around, though.
I don't know if that's meant to imply something. I'm not going there, though.
His camera was sideways to start.
All right. I will say, War Bunnies, you have done an amazing job actually keeping the camera pointed at your face this time.
I'm not playing, so I don't have to settle on down as such.
Yeah, it's a fun one. War Bunnies has a chair he kind of gradually sinks into throughout most broadcasts.
Yes. So.
Yeah, we're just getting Arduous Gem on camera. We try to keep that production going. And yeah, not slothing around. What was your main? And what are you going to be playing as for this off race?
I play Terran, and
That's right.
I am Bronze Zerg. So, we'll see how this goes.
I don't know. Your Terran was kind of deceptive as far as your rank. We ended up actually even bumping you up a little bit.
I just don't think I play enough ladder games in general to, like, maybe that's why.
Question for you, War Bunnies: is it easy for normal people to change the garbage disposal and replace it with a new one?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Here first.
So you just have to unwire it. Most of that, the piping is mostly slip nuts, and you just have to unsnap it. If you have to replace the whole basket, there's a little snap ring, which can be tricky the first couple of times, but no, it's normally pretty easy.
Okay, cool.
And do we get? Do we have
Arduous
our?
Gem, I think, is still working on the camera, and once he's on camera, he can accept the party invitation too. Just gonna go ahead.
I'm having a challenge finding the link that's pinned.
Here, I will just put this here. So I'm putting it in the chat if you want to just click on it. As you've noticed, War Bunnies does plumbing. I do tech support. In-game and out.
Yeah.
Love that.
I don't know, fun part of the ladder. New season is going to be starting in 3 days. I'm not sure if they're going to have the new map pool ready or not. A lot of the time they don't, and they just switch the map pool just maybe a few weeks into the season. But I know that there's 3 maps that have already been confirmed being in there. We're also going to be getting a bunch of team maps too. They did like 2 Team Liquid map contests, one for the 1v1s and one for like all 3 of the different categories of team. And Argus Gem, any other questions on how to get in there?
I believe I'm in the lobby of it.
Okay.
Why it's not in my camera?
You have to hit the button. There's a start button. That sometimes gets me because you're in the lobby, you see yourself, but it doesn't join lobby automatically.
Yeah. I mean, if it's showing a blank
My
screen
screen
for you,
shows me
sometimes
blank.
I have to like reconnect my webcam once for that.
Or sometimes I have a cover on the camera and I'm like, what the heck's going on? Oh,
There's that too. The privacy slider. I love those.
Seems to be
in
a
tech
step.
support, I love trying to explain to people who are having problems on their laptop with what they're actually looking for. It's very hard to kind of explain what a privacy slider on a laptop looks like, and eventually I usually send them a screenshot.
If it doesn't work this try, it seems to be software related because I'm not using a separate screen or device. Let's go around.
We'll see.
Okay, I see. We're using my cell phone.
Okay, that works too. You can use the same link on there.
I'm using my
I
phone.
love Apple.
Yeah, I've got an iPhone myself. I haven't had to resort to that for webcamming though. All right, lovely. Next up is just joining the party in game. A young Tychus, yeah. Rickety Pump, have you ever read Heaven's Devils or Devil's Doom? Those two books go into some of Tychus's formative days a little bit more. Alright. Okay, we're just going to go in there. I'm going to put both of you in your lobbies, and we're going to get started in just a moment. First map will be Pylon. So these are our lower level players, and we do allow some flexibility if people play off race and they've got enough of an MMR to show that they're much, much worse.
I was gonna say, not slothing around.
He's kind of caught us by surprise in the past as far as rankings go.
Yeah.
So we will see.
I hope this. Sometimes these end up good, and sometimes, like, I off raced once, and on a call out. By the way, I'd like to point out he called me out.
Mm-hmm.
But even off racing, you know what I mean?
Sometimes you understand the fundamentals more than your opponent.
Right. So Code B is especially, for the people who don't know, these are newer to StarCraft players often.
Yeah, sometimes straight up. In the upper left, we have our red Protoss player. He is
Arduous Gem.
And he is representing
Infinite Cyclists.
His opponent in the lower right, we have up purple Zerg. He is
Not slopping around.
And he is playing for
Rages Raiders.
So within these two matches, we could potentially wrap up the whole series or go to a tie. And then we move ahead on that in the 2v2. If we are tied at the end of all of this, we will be having an ace match.
If they split, then the 2v2 is still, it's just a sweep.
2v2 becomes all the more important. Yep.
Yep. And if it's not a sweep, then away we go. What race does Arduous Gen regularly play?
No, Arduous Gem is Protoss.
Oh, it's just slothing around.
Right, not slothing around is usually Terran, and he's actually really good with Mass Marine.
Yeah.
I guess Arduous Gem, is usually random.
I was gonna say, I've seen him with a different race. What? Nope, not that. Whatever that was, that's wrong, sir.
Oh, he's adjusting a little.
Yeah, but even adjusting.
Yep. At lower levels, Ling Rush is a pretty tempting option.
It is.
Yeah, we'll see how.
But also, what does the benefit to moving it from against to over here?
I'm not sure. The pylon still seems pretty exposed. He's going to have to figure out where he's going to put his third building.
And he has two probes hanging out watching it.
Yeah.
And only one mining gas.
These are like silver and lower gold level players generally.
The wall ended up perfect.
We have had some bronze players, but honestly, it's hard to stay in bronze for long if you got some people giving you advice.
It's really just hard to stay in bronze.
You will be seeing the intro again at the beginning of match 2, don't you worry.
I worry a lot.
Well, I mean, worrying is what StarCraft's all about. It is amazing, amazing how much you can feel your heartbeat more if it's just even labeled as a tournament game, even if it counts for nothing.
I feel that more than I think anybody else in the FSL.
Yep, hands shaking.
Yep, hands are shaking. Can't push the keys correctly. Even on games that were super ahead, and should be no pressure. It's just builds a pressure when other people are watching you, or it's going to be watched, versus like just dotting around on the ladder.
And yeah, this is one of my favorite versus game tunes. It's in the campaign here and there too, and there's this one bit where this music kicks in right after a big chunk of the base you're in starts exploding behind you.
Something I noticed about Arduous Gem is he has individually rallied his Nexus to different mineral patches. It's correct. It's just a different way of doing it.
Oh, that. Okay.
You know what I mean? Instead of just
a different
picking...
way. I tend not to switch my rallies that much because I don't trust myself to switch them back. I've actually been receiving some coaching about like rallying my probe or my SCV to where it's going to build the first supply structure.
I never do that too, because the benefit for me not just grabbing one and doing it is never worse I've got 15, because you get attacked inevitably in the middle of it.
I've got 15 guys mining gas, yeah.
Or I have 15 guys just staring at a space that where I'm going to build my XYZ.
Now with Zerg I will do separate rallies for the eggs.
Yeah, but it's one guy. They're just telling a guy to go when he finishes. This actually looks cleaner than
about moving in.
Yeah, this looks cleaner than a lot of Code B matches. It looks.
I think Arduous Gem is just a little bit behind in workers, but we're going to be seeing what these guys can do.
He's not actually behind in workers. I know that number looks bad, but Zerg can only build workers or units. So Arduous Gem, well, I don't know what the walking back and forth is, but if he just walked in there, he kills everything there. Now that all these Zerglings are hatching, it's not as good. But
there's such a thing, especially at lower level of over microing. Sometimes just doing the extra movements and then missing out on attacks because of it, or just missing on the opportunity to just move in there and do a bunch of damage while you continue to tech up.
Yeah, just F2A move sometimes, and then
Especially
stop looking at
Protoss,
it.
Man.
Yes, I am a Protoss, I will admit it. But, like, a lot of times, you misclick and your guys will run past on a move command where they could have just been shooting the whole time. And shooting is good.
I think I'm also seeing what we were talking about with the off-racing issue. And that's that despite not sloughing around, not having much experience as Zerg, his production has been a lot more consistent than his opponent, both with the army and the workers.
It is.
Maybe teching up a little bit more than needed. We got Hydras and an infestation pit at the same time. I'd like
in the lower levels, if you're not being attacked, just build it.
Yep.
Protoss is the same way. Just build.
Look at all those extra immortals there. I like that.
Yeah. Oh. So now, okay, we ended up with some. I was gonna say those guys. I don't know what's going on. I mean, sometimes with these lower levels, you just don't know what's going on. But he's got the probe ready to take the base. But okay, he is.
Exactly.
He just kind of got sidetracked. Okay. I was like, that's not for a proxy, but he's had the money to build that for like 5 minutes, and he hasn't done it. So.
Yeah. Also, at lower levels, ranged units are very nice. You know,
Yes.
if you're not going to be doing a lot of control, just letting them shoot. And yeah, this.
Yeah, just like that.
This is an army that doesn't stack. That Zerglings do not stack up that well against. And he also got the Zealot and kept it from chasing continuously.
Below Diamond, I really don't like Blink before Charge ever. And I feel like Blink hurts as much as it helps most gold, silver, even low plat players, because it encourages you to micro more, whereas Charge and Glaives are just do the thing. You do the thing, I will go back and build more things.
Yeah.
And
well, it's interesting because I've seen 13 overlords at a time. Yeah. But yeah, it's interesting.
Really, 13 overlords at a time?
Well, before.
Oh wow!
With Blink, I found myself getting a lot of practice with it just in the campaign and the StarCraft Master Challenge. But still, even so, it's more work than I have to do.
Right.
So, yeah, I do like to have Charge first. Heck, I even like to have Templar Archives first. Alright, here we go.
That's a monster army up that hill.
Right, and Dotted
you
Sloth,
should go home, my friend.
Slothing around. Yeah, that's a lot of creep out there, and I don't think
Arduous Gem, you should go home. Arduous Gem, you should be home. Oh, no. That's not home. Nope, well, you're not... This is a one-way trip, my friend.
Yeah, at this point, recalling won't even do it.
No. It's a one-way trip.
Yeah,
the only
so
way...
now, not looking
Well,
good.
so here's the thing. This is code B. So there's a 50-50 that not Sloth... Arduous Gen will get the chance to rebuild before... Oh,
I don't think so. I think not slothing around is going to handle this the same way he handles Terran, which is non-stop low-tech units.
So here's the thing. If he chronos these two not adepts, laser giraffes.
Colossus.
Yes, and
they're called
the
Colossus.
Laser giraffes. If okay, the extended thermal lance is going to finish.
All right.
If he gets them into good position, warp in. You've got your warp-ins ready to go.
Well, he's losing the cybernetics core in just a moment, so that's going to limit what he can warp in. And I think the plot is just going to be overwhelming here. GGGWP.
Arduous Gem had a lot of the right notes. So...
Well, we have Captain here.
Yeah. Yes. Did Hyper Turtle pop in to give a little advice? He did.
Alright, well, what do you think of that one? I think he had a good chance if he just went.
I do think he had a good chance. I also think, like I said, if he had Charge and because he had a lot of money in the bank, if he had Charge and 20 more Zealots, like that's a completely different ball game.
Yeah.
And so I think as a Protoss player, I don't like moving out less than 150 supply unless I know there's a weakness that I can exploit, like a timing on adepts or stalkers or something that I know is there. If I'm pulled back and I haven't been harassing, it's Protoss gets one army. You get the one army, and that's that.
Yeah.
If you're building that type of tech army, I guess if you're just going zealots and stalkers, then you can rebuild them. But
yep, he had a poke chance there, and he backed off. But I don't think the poking at this level does anything, right? It's not like to make drones. It's like, oh no, let me make units and then let me macro, but he didn't macro behind it. I think he just make stuff and just attack.
Right. I think that first bit of attack he could have when he first got there. He killed something and went home. Send that fully. Yep.
Lobby.
Oh, sorry. Send that fully. Don't poke around there.
Yeah.
But that high tech army, if he had waited for those two Colossus that were finished at the end of the game. So he had 4 Colossus at the beginning shooting at stuff, and he had a whole nother round of Zealots. I think he smashes the Zerg army. So it's just a timing on that.
All right, and yeah, MW2 Ghost Riley, thank you for the sub. That is Revenant Rage. He's not feeling too well today, from what I understand, so get well soon, man. We appreciate it. And yeah, his team gradually making a comeback here. We are at 3-2 right now.
Did you give him some tips? Because he had the chance to just go kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I made some suggestions, namely just focusing on that first attack, not letting it go to the mid or late game in this case. I think that's where not slopping around is struggling a bit more. All right.
You are watching.
In the upper left, we have our red Protoss. He is
Arduous Gem.
and he is playing for the team
Infinite Cyclists.
His opponent, the Zerg in the purple. He is
Not slopping around.
And he is playing for
Rage's Raiders.
And yeah, Revenant Rage, I hear you about the allergies. It's been killing me as the leaves have been falling, but for me it's the opposite. When I'm congested, I get a lot more drowsy, and I end up having to take extra naps and stuff. It makes my eyes itch, but yeah, it's not even like me taking too much Benadryl. I'm sleepy to begin with anytime I get all stuffed up. So yeah, that for those watching, there's the heads up about my nostrils.
So, Hyper Turtle, I was wanted to jump in and say I think your advice is actually exactly backwards for this matchup. You should have told Arduous. I believe you should have told Arduous Gem not to attack till he was 200. The hardest thing for a Zerg to learn, especially if you're off racing, is the end game. Late game Zerg is like, how do I attack into 15 Immortals and 5 Colossus? Versus, how do I surround a small army in the middle of the map with 50 Zerglings is easier to get. So I think that Arduous Gem's best shot here is actually, if he gets to 200, I think he wins. If he moves out with 110 supply, I bet he loses.
Well, we will be seeing that very soon. He did not have to switch the placement of anything that time. Just what I know about not slothing around, he tends to be very good with production, and we were seeing there he was also being really good with the creep spread as well.
He will definitely outproduce Arduous Gem. That's why, again, what I was thinking, make him one of the ways to die as Zerg. Yeah, one of the ways to die as Zerg is I have a 200 Zergling army, and I'm going to go fight into a choke with Colossus shredding me.
Yeah.
And the roaches.
One big thing he was missing there, he did not really have anything that was a direct counter to the Colossus.
Not slothing around. He had to surround it. Yeah. So if you made him break upon your wall, and then when you're full, go out and smash him. I think that's better for the low end players. Just focusing on building, and when you've got a big army, go kill him.
All right. Well, we're still.
And I think that's good for anyone below platinum. Don't micro at all. Have an army that you're got a time that you want to go at, or an army supply you want to go at. Don't micro at all. Just go smash it into them. Build your next army and go smash them again.
Alrighty. So we are getting the robotics facility out.
I like what he's doing. I like all the notes that he is playing. The Robo, just one, not criticism, but keeping it a little bit more forward so your units don't have to rally as far. It's the only Protoss that you really have to consider where it is.
Right.
Where
not just working them in on sides.
Or
there's less
they're flying
in the flying units, right?
Yeah, just flying in. And then the other one is, I would have told Arduous Gem, your Cybernetics core, if it's up front here, which is the correct play, definitely don't go blink. Go charge first. You can't lose. You can't lose your charge.
This is interesting. I was encouraging him to get some, slightly earlier aggression here, but he is going with Robo and a Forge, so looks like his instincts are more to, do more what you were talking about. He's got a shield battery up front. He is playing very defensively.
Yeah.
That might be the call.
When you're at the lower levels, play your game. You're not getting cute.
Force your opponent to play your game.
Right, getting cute is great and all, and you can win some games, but if you're, especially, I believe he's silver, at the silver level, just focus on doing the right notes, hitting, you know what I mean? Always having your probes building, always having your drones building, always having your SCVs building. Have your production facilities hotkeyed so that you can just poke 1, 2, 3, 4 down make sure that they're all doing something. If everyone's doing something.
One of the big things that he is missing is just chrono boosting. I think that was something I forgot to mention earlier.
You're losing 1 or 2 things.
I'm wrong. He was chrono boosting the upgrades there.
Yeah, it's...
Okay.
See, here's the thing is, his army beats an army right now if he gets 1 more warp in and goes, but he has to send it, and he's seen, so he has to get damage done if he's going to get caught across the map, because Zerglings can just surround this. You know what I mean?
That's a lot of hatcheries that Not Slothing Around is setting up here.
Yeah, Not Slothing Around is definitely going to have better macro than Arduous Gem. But he has an Immortal, and see, now the Zerglings have all hatched. Now there's very little that he can do over here, with not just getting not even a setup surround, just an F2 surround. Ooh, I like that. He's looking. Oh, he was looking for a second at the checking to make sure the other guy. No, see, just go home.
He is backing up, so
run.
Yeah.
Run.
That's the right call. Not fighting on creep with that. So.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a Robo Bay. He went blink again, which
not slothing around. Get a little supply block here.
Yeah, he's not slothing around. Greenpire pointed out earlier, he knows how to build 13 Overlords at a time. So that's game.
Yeah, you hit V 13 times. I mean, assuming you haven't gone next level and remapped it. I don't know. What do you set your Overlord hotkey to?
I use the default.
Okay, I figured you'd probably have them set to Q.
No. I don't play Zerg enough to.
I'm just kidding around here, but yeah.
I should have all of the SCVs built to E, like drones, and should be E, because that's what they are for Protoss. So when I'm playing the other races, I do try to often build them. Oh, I have to go now.
Alright. I will let you know how it turned out.
Yes. Also, I wish he had more classes this game, like he did last game.
Before you go, what do you think about that comment on chat?
He said, yes, it's true.
Yeah, and it's something that we've just had to resort to here and there when not everyone was available.
Make bunnies green public? Yes. Yes, definitely. I'm a green is an empire. I'm more of a republic. 100%. See you guys. See you guys later. Thanks for having me.
All right, later. Okay. Well, this would be interesting. We're just getting a whole lot of hatcheries out for Not Slothing Around. Okay. So I think the choke favors Arduous Gem right now. Not Slothing Around has to get his units, past that mineral patch. Yeah, kind of another little clash and just heading back home. Got more Immortals heading out. Upgrades going, so Arduous Gem does have the upgrade advantage right now. No upgrades at all from Dotted Sloth, from not slothing around. In fact, it does not even have any evolution chambers, so...
The thing he needs is AoE, that's the problem. No
right. Lurker attack, so there's... Yeah. So we're building up here. Arduous Gem, I mean, he's been able to do more with that third Nexus, and he is heavily defending it. So as War Bunny says, this kind of is in a position where not slothing around has to figure out the right tech to break this with.
He does have double the supply, so...
Yeah, there's that. And Lurkers are very hard to deal with at the lower level, even if you've got detection. They're just very... You gotta have some experience against them before you really know how to handle them without taking a whole lot of damage. Yes. So far, I mean, not slothing around has pretty much left his opponent alone. He's just maxed out now, so he realizes it's definitely time to move out. And a Stargate being added, Templar Archives, and researching +3 attack. Alright, so he's got to get all of his units together here. That Immortal immediately getting surrounded there. Here we go. This is over twice the army supply hitting him right now. There is a shield battery, and this can be helping, but it's going to run out of energy pretty quickly.
Yeah, he's not using
No, that's what I was just about to say. He could be repeatedly blinking to the other side of that wall. But this is just an overwhelm.
Yeah, I think it's just a mismatch. That's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Not slotting around. Arduous Gem doesn't get discouraged. Okay, why am I getting destroyed here? Well, it was just the other guy who's macroed better.
That's to just tie everything up. 3-3. Good game. So we're at a tie right now. Arduous Gem, yep. Just definitely a lot cleaner in the second game. I think at the end, not slothing around, you just have better macro. You were able to get more going.
Thanks. I agree.
And so we're going to be going to the 2v2s. Not slothing around. You're going to be sticking here for that?
Sure, I'm down.
Okay, here.
Yeah, we may have a ace match too that we need to determine. So good luck.
You might.
Guys. You guys just be ready.
Who's playing the 2v2? I don't know.
So we are going to be going SCV Sir and Great Archon versus Not Slothing Around Nucleo. We're going to bring them in. Okay. And I'm going to invite all of you into Party 2. Welcome to our team players.
Howdy.
Salutations.
SCV good to go, sir.
Well, butter my biscuit.
Overtime?
Sorry, guys, I'm back.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just get in game, Great Archon.
Who's Nucleus teammate?
Not slothing around. So we're gonna be keeping him in game.
I'll be playing Terran, yeah?
Yeah. You can play whatever you want for this one.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And we need Great Archon, SCV Sir. Invite an SCV Sir to party. And there's Great Archon. Okay. All right, welcome. So we are tied right now. Depending on this, we could either have a winner at the end of 2v2, or we might be going into the ace match.
Exciting.
Yep. No pressure, people. No pressure. And our first map is going to be Crimson Research Lab. So we had to switch things around a little bit. So I'm just going to create. I know there's definitely some scheduled stuff here, so we're probably just going to move almost right ahead. Go.
Mirror match.
CBT versus CBT.
All right, and I know my team has been practicing up for this, so I am looking forward to it. All right, gonna move to your separate lobbies, and we will get going.
GLHF.
A lot of GLHFs being posted right now. And away we go. So 2v2. Oftentimes a very different animal as far as how it fits. Honestly, yeah, I've been seeing a lot more like community tournaments and things that involve 2v2. Not so much with 3v3 and 4v4 though.
You are watching FSL.
In the upper left, we have our red Zerg. He is. And his teammates. The Terran in the purple. He is.
Not slopping around.
And they are representing.
Rages, Raiders.
Their opponents. The Zerg in the pink. He is.
SCV, sir.
Good to go, sir.
And his teammate. Light blue Terran. We call him.
Great Archon.
You want a piece of me, boy?
And they are representing the team.
Infinite Cyclists.
Not slothing around in Nucleo, we've seen them both previously. SCV Sir and Great Archon, they've been preparing specifically for 2v2. And SCV Sir even was explaining he really prefers, he really has a lot more enjoyment for team matches here, so very much wanted this spot. And right now, yeah, normal stuff. Overlords making their way across the map. Once those barracks complete, I'm sure we'll be seeing at least one Reaper. Yep, one from each side. SCV Sir, he's been playing a lot with my Barcraft buddies, and I have all this admiration for Great Archon because he's got 100% achievements, which is something I am very gradually inching towards. Next one up for me is unlocking the Banshee portrait for 750 random solo wins. Go. Yeah, both Reapers are making their way across. Are they going to meet right in the middle here? Yes, they are. Always a favorite of mine. All about who gets the first hit, where they place those grenades. Yeah, they will both survive, and they will both move on. Reapers, once they're out of combat, as in they haven't taken damage for a little while, they start recovering health all over again. We got the factory attack from Not Slothing Around. And yeah, this is 2v2 mirror. One Terran, one Zerg on each side. Tricky thing as always, just making sure you get the right creep spread without getting your teammates' way. I think Not Slothing Around is going to be going for Hellions, which Great Archon already is. Kind of anti-Zerg pressure, and Nucleo getting the Banelings ready. Baneling nest about halfway completed. Big deal here is going to be about who shows the first aggression. It'll be Roach Tech from SCV Sir up against Nucleo's Baneling Tech. Zerg versus Zerg, a lot of that comes down to when you start on the Roaches, so if he gets enough of them out, they will stand up very well against Banelings, but we do have Roaches started on Not Slothing Around side. Again, neither team really focusing on the other too much. We're not seeing much aggression, kind of minimal scouting, honestly. come Nucleo Zerglings for a little bit more of a scout. There we go, Hellions shooing them away. What I love is just how similar the builds are overall. Great Archon's... well, he's getting his tanks ready. But not sloth around going Liberator attack. Nucleo Zerglings just kind of getting shoot away here and there. I was looking for an opportunity just to make an extra entrance to his opponent's base. Here we go, here are the Hellions. Zerglings trying to get us around, but the Hellions just too fast. This siege tank, however, getting a very nice hit in. Hellions getting into the enemy worker line, however. And that's it for the Hellion portion of the game. Nucleo, by the way, is continuing to have his Zerglings chew on that, those destructible, I don't know, force-fielded blockade, I guess is what it's called. And he's a good amount of the way through it, but there is a creep tumor there to watch. SCV, sir, seeing what he can do about it. Nucleo going with the upgrades, as well as Great Archon, and we have quite a few Zerglings heading over. Liberator harassment being prepared. At the moment, though... oh, no, that's the Zone Liberator. Never mind. Rage's Raiders definitely have shown more aggression, but they have not really gotten much done so far. Stim is done for Great Archon. And he's also finishing up his +1 weapons. And yeah, those Zerglings, they want to finish up that barricade. Yeah, overall, just very interesting how little major confrontations we've had so far. The moment SCV and SCV Sir and Great Archon had with the supply overall. Like a big difference maker here. Yeah, Nucleo starting on his 4th base. There's just a lot being produced right now by both of the Terrans. Green tank getting set up. They want to see if they can take out that fresh base. SCV Sir keeping his Zerglings in front of the Terran army. They're circling them around now. And let's see how those Banelins do. Alright, numerous worker kills. Not sloughing around, losing some SCVs there. And as the Banelins chase those Zerglings, the Roaches, Marines, and tanks are able to inch ahead and finish off that base. Nucleo now down to 3 bases. Here they come. The Banelins, well, they've been able to stay a part of this, but they have not been able to get much done so far. And let's see what kind of connections they can make. Alright, bunch of Marines get taken out as the Zerglings see what they can do to finish off the tanks. Great Archon's army has been cleaned up. However, in the meantime, SCV Sir's Roaches are continuing to do more damage. And he is not done yet either. Numerous Zerglings racing into the enemy bases. He easily manages to prevent that hatchery from completing. One issue here, SCV Sir's army just kind of keeps getting ahead of Great Archon's. That siege tank will serve to pin things down. It is about to go down, though, and I think this portion of aggression is at an end. However, they were able to deny a base twice. SCV Sir, low on army, Great Archon, and not sloughing around, tied as far as their Terran supply goes. Right now, both Terran players are at +1/+1. Not slopping around does not have combat shields yet, and they are not being researched yet either. And as far as upgrades to the Zerg, Nucleo, +1 melee, +1 carapace, and no attack or armor upgrades for SCV Sir thus far. Rage's Raiders team is looking to get some counter-aggression in. They actually have the supply lead now, and they finally finished taking out that little blockade. SCV Sir very quick to reinforce, however. And on both sides, you just see a lot of production going on. Go. Not slothing around. Coming in for a double medevac drop. Both of those medevacs completely full. Just, I guess, either waiting to figure out where to place them, or just waiting for Nucleo to hit at the front before he performs the drop. And Nucleo's army moving right to where Great Archon is ready to defend. And here we go. The drop is taking place. He is putting everything down carefully, a little bit out of range, and then seeing if he can attack from the high ground. Overlord's going down, and he is moving on, attacking SCV Sir's workers as more action hits up front. A lot of biles going down on both sides. And the cleanup has been done. The Infinite Cyclists can turn their attention to the front lines now. That is a lot of Marines, one of Not Slothing Around's big specialities. A lot of this is going to be questioned with when and where those siege tanks get into siege mode. And Not Slothing Around able to back up before any of those tank shells hit. And as you see, this transport not able to escape with its remaining army. Great Archon taking a big lead in supply now. And the tanks taking the high ground in the middle of the map. SCV Sir getting ready to attack from a different direction, while Nucleo's is preparing a big Zergling run-by. There we go. SCV Sir getting right in there with his roaches as Nucleo does the same with his speedlings. Great Archon just forced to chase those around. We are seeing a lot of workers go down on both sides of the map right now. And yes, indeed, a very close game. SCV Sir definitely hurting supply-wise, but Great Archon all the way up onto 180. So balancing out a little bit, but SCV Sir, he's in a very difficult spot right now. We don't want this to get to a point where Great Archon has to take a 2-on-1 match. Great Archon maxed out. He is moving out again with SCV Sir supporting his troops as he can. We're seeing a wide variety of tanks, Marine, Marauder, Ling, Bane, Roach, Ravager, a little bit of everything sprinkled in right here. Sloth is losing quite a bit, but this gives Nucleo the opportunity to move in with a bunch of Ravagers. And that last attack going down right now. Great Archon forced to fall back. And Rage's Raiders team has a clear supply advantage right now. More of those troops for Great Archon getting picked off as they retreat. SCV Sir all the way down to 52 supply right now. There we go, Battle Cruisers and Liberators. Great Archon very much looking to hit with flying units, but that might just not get it done with this kind of composition. And Not Slothing Around moving and hitting another Great Archon base. This is looking worse and worse for Infinite Cyclists team. those siege tanks able to attack out of the range of the planetary. Well, not slopping around, is inching the way back with his supply. SCV serves not having any such luck, stuck in the 50s. And just gradually, this game can run away with Rage's Raiders. Yeah, got it Sloth. Killing even more SCV Surge down to the 20s with supply. So at the moment, it might just have to be all Great Archon. The flying units are nice, but what he really needs right now is a lot more splash damage. He needs to keep those tanks coming out. Theo able to take out another one of SCV Stir's hatcheries. And there are a good number of Cyclists in the mix, ready to nullify the value of the battlecruiser there. Rage's Raiders just have a lot more income coming in, a lot more production going out. It's just looking like it's going to be snowballing. SCV Sir has 25 workers. Granted, Great Archon, boy, he continuing to keep the income coming, but there's only so much you can transfer over. And here come the Banelings, lots of SCVs, and the planetary itself all going down in a splash of green. And we have both of Rage's Raiders' armies going to the surround right now. Zergling's getting on top of the tank, and it's looking like we're just towards the end of this match now. So the army approaching the front gate here. Great Archon has got two battle cruisers out, and they're a powerful unit, but I don't think they're going to be a big difference maker in those numbers. As far as upgrades going, Nucleo at 222, not slothing around at 3-2 and 1 for his mech units. Alright, going after another planetary now. And just like that, it goes down. Even more Banelings being morphed right now. Well, he just continues to lose units here. And there's almost nowhere to mine now. I think there is, for Infinite Cyclists, there is one mining base at the moment. There we go, Corruptors out there ready to snipe the battlecruiser and then move on to those medevacs. Infinite Cyclists, well, there's just nothing they can do now. Bunch of medevacs going down, but they don't even have that much they can go out and heal. Yep, we have the GG. After the reclamation, Rage's Raiders could potentially take the series with us. If we tie up, then we'll be moving on to an instance. Yeah, just a big battle of attrition there. And just, I mean, it's a good strategy also in 2v2. Just try to get as much damage as you can, focused on one of the players. Alright, and KJ, we need... Yep, there we go. Yeah, I'm in potential reverse sweep here. We will see what happens. I guess not technically a reverse sweep, because I did not actually reach 4. Alright, everyone's ready to go, so we are going to go into this. Everything is riding on this match. This is ace point at the moment.
You are watching FSL.
In the left, we have the Red Zerg. He is
Nuclear.
And his teammate, the Terran. In the purple, he is
Not slopping around.
And they are playing for the team of
Rages, Raiders.
their opponents, the Zerg in the pink. He calls himself
Good to go, sir.
and his teammate, the Terran, in the blue. He is
Great
Want a
Archon.
piece of me, boy?
They are going to attempt to bring it back for the team of
Infinite Cyclists.
Right. At the end of that game, all came down to them crippling one player. So if we can keep some defenses going, this is a little very different map. Big thing here, you know, it's not too heavily divided, but there's some space in between the bases. There's some room to just attack the Zerg player, or potentially the Terran, but probably the Zerg, since they don't get to put up these walls, and just try to go for an elimination early on with a rush. I wouldn't say this looks like that's the direction they're going. Kind of general Reaper and Zerglin setup here. Great Archon played very impressively last match. As long as he can have the proper backup, and as long as him and SCV Sir can take their armies together, just like last match, 2 Reapers kind of meeting in the middle, then going their separate ways. Baneling Nest going up even before Zerglin speed for SCV Sir. He wants to be very well protected. And I think from not slothing around, we're going to be going with Hellions again, probably with Great Archon as well. 2 Reapers versus 1. But it escapes to fight another day. Yeah, very similar stuff here. Both Zerg going with the Baneling Nest as their first tech choice. But look at this, Great Archon. He is not going to jump off. He's not going to take his foot off the gas pedal. He is going to keep making more Zerglings while his teammate moves ahead with the Lings and potentially Banes. Now this is something where they can team up, or using the Reapers, they can hit 2 places at once. Four more Reapers about to come out for Great Archon, so this is quite a bit of aggression. The Hellions could very potentially help with this. And SCV Sir getting out of supply block right now. Nucleo, meanwhile, sending a lot of Zerglings the other direction. We have speed on both sides. Those Hellions able to push the Reapers away again. And Nucleo's Zerglings hitting hard on the other side. However, SCV Sir has plenty of Zerglings of his own. We're having more Lings trying to chase down the Reapers. And Great Archon moving on to Marines. So, a lot of early aggression there, but it looks like the game's just going to normalize right now. The SCV Sir's Banelings just kind of waddling around, trying to catch something that doesn't see them in time on the high ground. Sloth's Hellion still able to remain very active here. But I get the feeling this isn't going to be as long as of a match. I think they're going to try to hit very hard and try to get this game finished fairly soon. Hellions again. Not flopping around, is really good at just preparing that Hellion positioning, but there we go. Even the Sloan Banelings able to take out a few of the Hellions. And they're just to move forward and clean up. Very chaotic interactions right now, with units just getting sent all over the place. SCV Sir a little bit behind supply right now, but a lot of that is because he is relying on Banelands and they've been self-destructing. More tanks are coming up on both sides, and Nucleo is moving on to Roach Tech. So the Reapers still making their presence known, but two of them get taken off almost right away. That's a big thing. Not just not slothing around, but also Nucleo. They have done a very good job just having their units ready to defend at just the right spot, and the final Reaper meets his end. I think we're also going to be getting a cancel on Great Archon's expansion. Yep, cancelled. 3/4 refunded. And Lair Tech coming up for both Zerg players. +1 attack on the way for both Terran players, as well as +1 armor. For not slothing around. I really feel like Infinite Cyclists, they have to keep their presence known. I think last match they let their opponents play way too much of their own game. And we already see quite a bit of creep being spread around by Nucleo. Leo continuing to be very active with his Lings, just like last game, and he is going to be trying for another cancel here. Just a couple of siege tanks there, and that is a good score for him, being able to take out two of them, so they have to be recreated. The SCV was killed, but no cancel there, and yes, the Masked Reapers just did not pay off. The opponents were ready for them, and they were not able to hit and sink the way they wanted to with the Reaper Speedling Baneland. Great Archon with just one tank out on the map right now. There we go, Nucleo just not giving that expansion a break, but this time Great Archon was more than ready to fend the Zerglings off. And look at SCV Sir, he is going with double Nidus Worms, so as their attention is on their base, SCV Sir is preparing a surprise.
Mineral field
and the supply is actually slightly favoring Infinite Cyclists at the moment. Again, Nucleo has a real interest in just eliminating those barriers and making sure that his Zerg army has as much mobility as possible. And here we go. Great Archon is moving up to the front where those rocks are, and this would likely be a very good time for those Niduses to start springing up. Changeling spotting for them. He is going to try to hit Nucleo right in his main. Great Archon is backing off. I think the gambit to draw the attention of the enemy very much paid off. Look at those Banelings and those Roaches. This is a very nice combination of units that are now right at the ramp of Nucleo's base. There are enough Roaches to pick things off. I don't think the right call was to focus on the structures there. He managed to put some damage in, but was not able to destroy any of those structures. Meanwhile, Great Archon moving in, sieging his tank and stemming his Marines and Marauders. Tank goes down, but look, he was able to kill quite a few army units and workers there. Even putting a Liberation Zone down on the ramp. Great Archon making it very hard to actually reach his core units. And SCV Sir reinforcing with a whole lot of Zerglings. Nucleo is currently supply blocked, and there are 2 more Nidus Worms that are getting ready to pop out in Nucleo's base. No speed upgrade on those Banelings, so that's going to limit them, although they're not known for their effectiveness against Roaches anyway. And the main purpose that SCV Sir's units are doing is just keeping the siege tanks defended, although he is able to take a siege tank snipe of his own, and this time, I think he will, well, he might be able to take down the lair again. Even putting down a spine crawler, but I don't think that's the complete will. The lair goes down, so another lair will have to be created for Nucleo before he has access to any of those tech. Any of that tech. Any of those teches. And when a Terran sieges up, it is very hard to reach them. He has a very good combination of infantry, tanks, and air units to spot for everyone. Lots. Siege tanks are taking the low ground, and SCVs are just bringing up a Nidus Worm for reinforcements. Tricky thing is just making sure that he can do something about those tanks without making too many of his own units vulnerable. And Liberator is the unit to do it with. And I don't think Rage's Raiders are going to be able to know where that Nidus Worm was popping out. In this case, it's just there to provide enforcement, and provide it does, as the Liberator moves forward. Remember, Liberator's got a sight nerf, so even though that siege tank is inside the zone, the Liberator can't see it without a spotter. But look at that. Nucleo about to lose another expansion. And yep, cheering on SCV Sir, we love teaming up with him on the ladder. Nucleo getting some counter damage in. The siege tank's going to limit what he can do. It does look like a lot of Great Archon's units are going to move back and defend, but those siege tanks are still going to be rather difficult to break. Nucleo at almost nothing right now. 34 supply, a lot like SCV Sir was previously, but not slothing around, almost maxed out. He is going for a drop. The big trick here, I think, is just Great Archon making sure to keep the pressure on. We're going to have to see how they respond to this drop. Going right at SCV Sir, but there actually weren't a lot of workers at that base. I don't see any of those Marines getting picked up just yet, but they were actually able to withstand those Zerglings very well. More siege tanks, Liberators, and Vikings, making that high ground very difficult to break out of. You even see a Banshee coming out from Great Archon. I wonder if that was a mistake or not. And very much the air control figuring in here for sight and to ward off the Liberators. I think Infinite Cyclists, they're in a pretty good spot here. That is a very difficult army to counter, and we have the GG. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going into this match.
You want a piece of me, boy?
SCV
Good to
Sir.
go, sir.
Infinite Cyclists.
All right, we gotta bring him in. We gotta figure out who's gonna.
Yeah,
be
we
playing
gotta figure out who's gonna be playing the ace match.
Yeah.
And I know Nucleo, you're making the calls for Rage's Raiders right now.
Oh, okay. Sloth, are you guys good with a Code A ace match?
The last one, I don't. What do you think, Hyper Turtle? It didn't seem like it was
I
fair.
think we should probably be going with Code S here to keep things more even. Yeah. Archon, are you up for taking on Nucleo?
Sure.
Okay. All right, we're gonna move into that. Those were pretty impressive 2v2 matches. Both times we had one player basically get taken out of the equation. So.
Yeah, you guys really threw us for a loop with that second match.
Yeah.
Yeah, STV Sir, Nidus Worms.
Yep.
that second one was
Good
very
stuff.
intense.
Alright, let's be on Ultra Love. Let me see. Nucleo and Great Archon. Yep. Alright, we're going to move everyone around, and we are going to get straight into this. This is going to be the tiebreaker right here, and the map will be Ultra Love. As you saw, Nucleo, very good with his aggression, very good at knowing when to move from one tech to another. But meanwhile, Great Archon, yeah, he can take areas and he can hold them. And he is very well versed in all the races as well, so he knows what to expect. Alright, GLHF, GLHF, GLHF. I don't think we've got that on there, but Great Archon always likes to do one GLHF themed after each race. That's part of his calling card. Had an Ultra Love, and we're gonna have one of the favorite.
This time SC2 crashed, so
level
we're
players.
gonna have to restart it.
Oh, okay.
Luckily, the stream didn't crash though.
Hey, that means I can keep jabbering away while we wait for the match to get cancelled out. So, yeah, honestly, if I got a moment to blabber, yeah, just more stuff about BlizzCon. I think a lot of people kind of jump a little bit too quickly trying to read, you know, this thing was included in the trailer, or they mentioned this thing, or this and that. It's almost a year away, so I don't think there's a lot of hidden teases being thrown in there. One good thing is, number one, we are getting back into some esports at BlizzCon, and that also goes for World of Warcraft, Overwatch, and Hearthstone. And more, we've been seeing some legitimate internal support for StarCraft. So, at the very least, they are looking at doing some promotion for these licensed games they're doing. Archon Games miniatures game, and whatever Nexon is working on over in Korea. But at some point, we are going to get a StarCraft announcement. It's just probably not going to be an RTS game. And Ace Match, how often does this happen? I'd say about 2/3 of the time. More often than you'd think. Even one of the great things about this is the different levels tend to sort of even out. So 4v4 is very much a possibility, and sometimes the individual matches can be deceptive, or the win count can be deceptive. A lot of close games come in, a lot of close totals.
Are they still waiting for timeouts? I think they can just exit out of
Yeah,
SC2.
here, let me see if they can just task manager. Yeah, the game has to be restarted. We're probably best just to Alt Tab and Control Delete Task Manager out of the game.
Okay.
All right.
Another remake? Did the stream go down?
Yeah. The stream is fine, so they have heard me try to fill time for a bit now. Lucky them.
Yeah, like the map never loaded. I don't know if it's my computer or someone else's.
I think it was KJ's computer. Yeah, last time it was OBS, this time it's StarCraft 2. So I'm just...
I'll be back in 3 minutes.
To get up again. Alright, enjoy.
I'm back online.
As am I.
Cheesy nachos. Ages Infinite Cyclists. Entering stationary.
Okay, go ahead and accept.
Hold the boys.
Okay, just go straight back in here. Alright. Alright, are we ready now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Get them in here. So, whoever takes this one map takes everything. Alright. Going into Ultra. In the lower left, we have our red Zergian. And he is playing for
Rages Raiders.
his opponent, the blue Terran. He is
Great
Piece of meat, boy.
and he is playing our ace match for
Infinite Cyclists.
Now, this is interesting. We got an SCV going out very early. You'll be not quite sure if that Overlord saw it or not, but I think he wants to do something. I don't know if he wants to do something sneaky or he's just making sure his opponent doesn't do something sneaky. But there it is. He took a little economic hit in order to take a look at his opponent's base. No spawning pool has been started just yet. And I think he put a spray down. I can't tell because of the little tips over the... Nuke here. Okay, awesome. Yeah, the little drone tips were covering that up. But yep, we don't see sprays that often. We see dances even less. But I love it. I say if you unlocked it, you should try to find a way to put it in. And yeah, that SCV is just making its way back. I'm assuming that was primarily to scout the spawning pool timing. But, hey, extra style points for the graffiti.
You know what? I'm going to join you in this. There might be some nuances here that's insane.
I'm sure there are.
So I think he sent that. He was expecting a really big cheese. Like super early. Because there's no reason to send it that early unless you really expect a huge cheese. Right?
Or unless you're the cheeser.
Yeah, because you could do it right after the barracks, or even after the reap. There should be plenty of time, but he was just making sure because he saw how Nuclear was in the last few games.
All the chips on the table here.
And it's ace match, so.
Yeah, you think he's going to be doing the Hellion opening again? I think, yeah, it looks like it. He is putting down the factory and the reactor.
Yeah, that's a standard opener right here. So he may do the Hellions as far as committing to it.
Yeah, there's room for flexibility. I guess another thing I was going to mention was, yeah, if he had been doing proxy barracks, he probably would have sent 2 SCVs together. But yeah, I am learning all about the meta, and yeah, along with some of my gameplay coaching, some of the guys at Ladder Legends are going to be coaching me in a little bit more on casting as well, just there's a little bit more insight I can get. But yeah, sure enough, the factory being moved over to the reactor, we're going to be seeing some Hellions popping out momentarily.
Yeah, I've been playing some Terran, and against Zerg, you really can scout after the barracks. There's no reason to. You'll spot the pull timing, the Roach Warren, etc. Great Archon is just being super careful, I guess, with maybe proxy or something.
And showing off the spray. I think that
that might be the bigger reason.
I think he might have just wanted to show off. Remember, he is, I believe, the only player we have who has 100% achievements. I believe that spray came from one of the war chests back in the day.
Oh, that's a cool spray. I want that. You can't get that anymore?
Nope. The war chest stuff, you can still get the skins. The unit structure and console skins, you cannot get the sprays. Or the portraits or decals. So I don't know. That's another one of those things.
Be obtained and just pay like $50 or something. They'll make some money.
Yeah, I know. I think there just has to be someone to make the decision, and I think that's one of the big things Classic Games is lacking right now. A lot of what they do is by request to the esports organizers or just necessities in general. They haven't really paid a lot of attention to cosmetics or co-op.
Yep.
All right, here we go. No drones to cook just yet.
Yeah, he's going Hellions, which is good against Nuclear, who loves these Lings, super active everywhere.
Right.
He's kind of like a Rainer. Just tries to poke around everywhere.
Right, almost every time his opponent takes the kind of steps on to creep, Nucleo usually has a handful of Zerglings ready to try to charge toward the worker line. Alright. Exchanging some mineral-only units here.
Yeah, 5
Much the Hellions do survive.
5 Hellions versus 2. 5 Lings versus 2. That was the casualty.
Right. All about the positioning when it comes to that, but he is definitely moving on to his infantry and also putting down the turrets now.
Yeah, Great Archon's macro here is pretty good. He's within 2 workers of the Zerg.
Only 2 barracks just yet, so I'm expecting to see a lot more production structures be added quickly. Nucleo, of course, making sure there's a Zergland at every possible expansion. Visibility, his vision was one of the things that really stood out in this match against Bruce.
That's true. I saw those lings spread everywhere. That was pretty impressive, as well as the overlords.
Overlords too, yeah. Again, the creep spread maybe a third of the way across the map. He's taken his 4th hatchery. Is there...
Both of them are doing pretty well in this matchup right now. Showing that code as skill, right?
Absolutely, and we are getting ready to move that command center to the 3rd location. Great Archon knows where it's at too. He made sure he sent some army there to clean up any Zerglings first.
Yeah, this is where a Great Archon now should flop down a lot of barracks.
Exactly, that's what I was thinking. There were just 2 before. He's got another that just completed.
Yeah, he had 800 minerals at one point, and then he...
Right. You gotta have the reduction to spend them, and to hope that is needed, remax.
Yep.
Baneling speed just completed. We're also getting Burrow, and the Hydralisk Den just about to complete too, and there's been some effective Overlord hunting from Great Archon, but Nucleo, he's got plenty of Overlords to spare, no doubt.
Yeah, the Burrow is interesting. It's either to deny expansions, which he has a bling on each, or burrowed banelings, which you don't see a whole lot of.
No, especially not in here. I have not seen very many burrowed traps at all in FSL. I think the one exception was Deepu when he actually was just fooling around trying to have Ultralisk pop out when their unburrow time got
That's right, that was a while ago. That's right.
That was a while ago, so usually it's just there to deny expansions, and from what I've
the way Archon has it, his tank keeps moving around trying to get out.
Yeah, I hate that. I don't know what it is with the factory units, but I have had multiple times where I am moving out, and I'm like, I thought I had more army, and after the clash, I look back and I have 4 tanks and a Thor that are stuck in the main base or something.
So he has
all right, here we go. There are those Zerglings we're talking about.
Yeah, let's see if. Oh man, you know what? Great Archon forgot about that part of it.
All right, tank gets sniped right away, and again, kind of like the team matches, being forced to turn around. Zergling's getting right into the natural. And again, just spending a lot of time moving back. Right. Between the bases. He does finish cleaning up back at home.
Yeah,
there was a lot of time
down on that, and 10 banelings, but that's worth it. Killed a lot. Actually.
Does that count the banelings that blew themselves up?
Yeah, it does show it on the battle report, and it killed
a
tank,
good.
5 SCVs, 5 Marines, 5 Marauders, etc.
Well, there are plenty of workers ready to be moved back to the natural. He's gonna have to take that into account.
Yeah, and he does have an expansion already. So, and worker-wise, look at that. He's
pretty
pretty close.
Yeah, not bad when you figure the mules in. And upgrade-wise, they've both been on task too. I think there will be a slight upgrade lead for Nucleo, at least momentarily.
He did block it with a Ling there, as expected.
Yeah. Oh, and look way over on the other possible expansion. Just throw in a bunch of creep down.
You can actually put a Ling there, so that way they think, oh, cool, I cleared the... And that's what actually he does. So it's funny, he does what I do.
Road Ling under where the creep is going.
Yes, because you think, okay, cool, let me just wait, and then now you gotta deal with that. So it's like extra delay.
Right.
Yeah, these guys are really close matched. It's really good.
Yeah, they are. Great Archon really needs to move some workers back to the natural. I think he forgot to do that in all the chaos. Yeah, I mean, he is making full use of the workers. He's sending them over to the 4th.
Yep. He's just been having to deal with these borrowed Ling and all this counterattack.
Look at how close the supplies are right now.
Yeah, this is really
just
good.
All around.
Even the upgrades are nearly even.
Nidus Network has been spawned for Nucleo.
Nucleo has so many hatcheries, and this is when you do that, when you have so much money, you're kind of like inefficient with spending, but you know, or injecting. So you say, hey, let me just make those. Which I mean,
yeah, you get some extra larvae, you get some extra supply, and you're likely you'll be able to use the convention. Here comes the offense.
You know, I watched him when he won the game, but there were a couple times where I think he miscontrolled pretty crucially on the fight with the Terran. So he has to do it right. This is the ace match.
And Microbial Shroud is actually being researched. I am very interested to see how Nucleo makes use of that.
Oh, Great Archon going home. Because he got counterattacked, so he's going home again. This is what Nucleo does, man. He loves doing these counterattacks. And now he's in control. Look at this.
Right. Controlling the army. That planetary might go down right there. Yeah, his opponents have had to... Oh, and that other expansion with no army at it too. He just keeps his opponent running from one side to another.
32 SCV, 42 now, though. You know, the way Nucleus style is, you really have to leave units at home. You can't just send everything. So maybe I'm wrong.
Hatchery Highway season 8.
Yeah, he might not have seen how he played, you know. I thought this went out against he would. But I don't think he understands how Nucleo loves
that might just be his standard opening when he's playing against Zerg.
Yep.
And again, like the team matches, getting battle cruisers out, but his opponent going ultras.
Oh, he has to win this fight.
Alright.
Oh, he's gonna take some hits.
He does. He definitely was efficient there, but now with the Ultralists able to do their own little bit of splash damage behind and absorb a lot of attacks.
Yeah, he does have the supply lead still barely, but not anymore. This battlecruiser will do wonders. He has to cancel it.
Well, a lot of that depends on the Ultralisk armor, and he does have a good amount there.
Can't take the hit.
Carapace +3 just about to complete.
And he takes the hit from the Banelings. I think that's gonna do it, man. He doesn't have the
GG.
And that'll do it.
Alright. They are continuing their comeback run. Good games. Nucleo, boy, you are very good at forcing your opponent to just run back and forth.
Yeah, I've been working on it. This matchup was one of my worst win rates. It actually still is, but like I've been giving it special attention because yeah, like it's everyone's favorite matchup, and I just love playing it.
You gotta bring it to the audience, right? So you were also researching Microbial Shroud. Didn't get a chance to use it, but have you gotten much practice with that newly changed one?
Yeah, I think one part of my play is I just don't use enough spellcasters. I totally could have this game, but I just didn't think to make Infestors or Vipers. It's something I've been also working on. Because, yeah, Terran who can kite, like, Banelings and Ultras aren't always that great.
Yeah. Alright, and yeah, just Great Archon, very efficient, but one thing they were asking, if you had a chance to kind of see Nucleo's play, I know you were able to do some 2v2 against him just now.
Yeah, I think ultimately just I lost too many workers from the combination Ling Bling attacks, and couldn't really recover from that.
Well, Rage's Raiders, they are continuing to start turning things around. They are getting a little higher up there more and more. So congratulations.
Thank you.
We're gonna be casting the replays of the Cheesy Nachos versus Angry Space Heroes fairly soon. We're just trying to get the last one there.
Alright, yeah, should be fun.
All right. Well, take care. We will see everyone soon.
Guys.
And yeah, if you could just show the season status with this update.
Yeah, the season status won't be updated until Nachos does the status updates, because it's all we have a whole system of doing that. But if you just add 1 to the Rageous Raiders, they move up to 3 and 4, going from 5th to 3rd place.
Would I be able to try casting with you, Hyperturtle, for these?
Absolutely, I'm looking for more casters. Wait, who said that? I wasn't looking.
Oh, me, Nucleo.
Okay, yeah, I would welcome that very much.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was trying to lock in for the games because I was playing in a lot of them, but yeah.
Let me reach out to you when I've got all those replays for that previous match, and we can tackle those together, no doubt.
Yeah, just let me know the schedule too, so I can put you guys on the Team Liquid calendar. We can get a few extra viewers. Okay.
Cool.
Let me see here. How about what can we raid? Yeah.
Alright, just let us know on the chat who you want to raid. We'll go to the intro video. Good luck, guys. See you guys. GG's.
GG's.
Cheesy nachos. Ages